everybody, my name is Gabby. I'll be presenting today on the topic of nutrition, and my population will be 15 young adults ages 18 to 25, most likely college students, and it's going to be the first of 3 sessions of 1 hour length. And my method today is going to be a lecture and an educational game. So my goal is going to have that my students have a basic understanding of introductory nutrition concepts and will learn skills they can use to apply the concepts of quantitative nutrition standards to their personal body index. My objectives is by the end of the session, they will learn to identify the 5 major food groups as well as 3 foods that fall under each category, according to the NIH. By the end of the 1 hour session, students will apply their personal knowledge to personalize portion intake and daily diet recommended by the USDA/myplate recommendations. So I will start by a short 10-minute game where students will work together to identify foods that fall under each food group, and then that will lead into a short lecture that will then lead into an explanation of the myplate model and diet recommendations for a basic healthy U.S. citizen. Yeah, so let's get started. I'll start with my presentation. So like I said, I am presenting on educational games, and with the topic of nutrition. My context is that it's an introductory to the first session of a 3-session unit on nutrition, being presented to 15 students, population ages 18 to 25 years old, young adults. This session is going to be set as a basis of nutrition. Description of my game. At the beginning of the session, I will have the 15 students split up into 3 groups of 5. And here they'll participate in an activity where I have the 5 major food groups written on index cards and taped to a table in front of them, and they will be handed a stack of 15 pictures of just simple foods, and they must work together to categorize them under each food group. Each category of a food group will have 3 pictures under it. I will give them 10 minutes to complete this task, and after 10 minutes, I will present the answers on the board and move into my lecture. So these are the pictures that will be included under fruits: oranges, kiwi, strawberry; veggies, carrots, green beans, and broccoli; grains, just simple bagels, oatmeal, and popcorn; proteins, eggs, chicken, and steak; dairy, milk, cheese, and yogurt. And that came from foods based off of the myplate model and what types of foods fall under each category. And then here, I'll go into my lecture. I found this presentation online, so this is what I'm using. And it's just a basic explanation of the 5 food groups. So like I had presented when they walked into class, the 5 food groups are grains, vegetables, fruits, protein such as meat, fish, and beans, and then dairy such as milk. The importance of knowing the food groups is that you can have a balanced plate for health or a balanced diet. The important thing to remember with grains is that you want to make half of your grains whole grains. They're the healthiest choice. And some examples of whole grains are wheat bread, oatmeal, whole grain crackers, whole grain breakfast cereals, whole wheat pasta, barley, brown rice, and plain popcorn. So nothing like sugary cereals, nothing like white bread. You want to stay towards whole grains because they're rich in fiber and they are more healthy. For fruits and veggies, you want to have at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, a mixture of fruits and vegetables each day. So a serving of vegetables includes half a cup of uncooked vegetables, a cup of leafy salad greens, or a small glass of 100% vegetable juice. Nothing with like a bunch of sugar in it. A serving of fruit would be half a cup of chopped, cooked, or canned fruit. Something like a medium apple, banana, or an orange. Or a small glass of 100% fruit juice. Again, no something like cocktail, like nothing big in sugar. Proteins, you want to stick to dry beans and peas, fish, poultry, nuts, and high protein vegetarian options more than you want to eat red meat. And if you're eating meat, actual meat, try to stick with lean cut meats. They're just better for you. Milk or dairy, it's a good source of calcium, and is a good way to promote strong bone health and healthy teeth. Milk isn't the only way to fulfill your dairy. There's also yogurt and cheese and things like that. So the importance of a balanced diet, the overview is that no single food supplies all the needed nutrients that you need in a day. So each day you want to choose foods from all of the food groups. You want to be eating a balanced diet is what they call it. Some guidelines to follow, like we went over, is eat 5 or more fruits or vegetables each day, 5 servings. Choose whole grains and limit foods and beverages with sugar. Choose healthy fats, limited saturated fats, or try to avoid trans fats at all. So this leads to the myplate model. The myplate model is a basic diet recommendation based on portion and based on food group. So if you're looking at your plate, this is what your plate should look like, right? So a little less than a fourth of your plate should be fruits. And then they give you some pictures, like what's a fruit? And then a little more than a fourth of your plate should be vegetables, any variety of vegetables. Grains, like we said, stick to whole grains, but that should be about a fourth of your plate. And then the other fourth of your plate should be a protein, beans, poultry, fish, and then you should have a small side of dairy, because that's good for you. And such as, like I said, yogurt, cheese, or milk are the 3 major forms of dairy that you can include in your diet. So, with that being said, I would then go to, after presenting my information, I would then go to my students, ask if they have any questions, comments, concerns. Do they have any questions about why these foods belong to each category, or confusion on what kinds of foods might qualify under each category? and that'll take about 10 minutes, and that would wrap up the course. So my major method that I liked in my lesson plan was educational games, and I think it's best fitting for my lesson in the fact that it's the first of 3 sessions. I believe that opening with an educational game will release any stress or anxiety students may have about learning a new topic and increase their interest in that new topic at the same time. It will allow students to engage in and practice teamwork, as games are a great way to aid in learning new terms due to it's a visual application and you can be hands-on. Just like this game, you're physically sorting the food groups. So that's why I choose educational games for such an introductory process.